let's go to page 87 and start with number 2. So this one you want to write the equation of the circle. So for equation of the circle, you need to know the formula, the template. So you got x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equal to r squared. Okay, so this is the formula, the template. So you need to have the center and the radius. So for number 2, the center is at 0.8 and the radius is equal to 5. So your equation would be x minus 0 squared plus y minus 8 squared equal to 5 squared. And you simplify, so you get x squared plus y minus 8 squared equal to 25. And you want to keep in the center radius form, so don't multiply out. Okay, so number 4, so the center is at 0.3 and the radius is 7. So you get x, so you got x minus 0, which you don't need. So I'm just going to keep that. So you're going to get x squared plus y minus 3 squared equal to 7 squared give you 49, and that's it. Okay, so once you know the template, then you can just apply that, and it's very straightforward. Okay, number 6, the center is a -1, -6, radius equal to 8. So you're going to have x minus -1 squared plus y minus -6 squared equal to 64. Simplify, so you get x plus 1 squared plus y plus 6 squared equal to 64. Okay. Let's go to number 8. The center is at 3/5, 1/3. Radius is equal to square root of 10. So again, you're going to have x minus 3/5 squared plus y minus 1/3 squared is equal to square root of 10 squared equal to 10. And that's it for number 8. Okay, let's go to number 10. So for number 10, you want to sketch things out a little bit so you can have an idea of the problem. Okay, so number 10, you have point A is -1, 5, and point B is -5, -7. And this is a diameter. Okay, so you can go ahead and sketch it out. It helps you to kind of visualize. Okay, so I'm going to make it small. So first point is -1, 5. It'll be right over here. So that's point A, -1, 5. B is -5, -7. So here B is -5, -7. And so this is a diameter right over here. So to find the equation of the circle, you need to have two things. You need to have the center and you need to have the radius. Okay, so first let's go and find the center. So since this is the diameter, so the circle is going to go something looks like this. So the center is going to be the midpoint. So to find the midpoint, you just go and average the 2 points. So the center is over here. So again, the center, you just average the 2. So the center would be -1 plus -5/2. And then you got 5 plus -7/2. Okay, so again, center is just it's a midpoint, so you just average the 2. So the center is going to be at -3. And this would give you so -2/2 would be -1. And you want to check, see if it makes sense. So make sure this kind of match that. Okay, So it looks like it's pretty good accurate. Okay, so that's your center. Now you need to have a radius. So to figure out a radius, you have to apply the distance formula. Okay, so radius would be equal to square root of, okay, y2. So you can use the, okay, let's put this point over here. So it'd be -3, -1. So to find this distance, you use a Pythagorean theorem, right? So you're going to have -1 minus -3. So a lot of negatives, so watch for that. And you have the 5 minus -1 square. So the radius will equal to square root of, and so this will equal to 4 plus 36. So r equal to square root of 40. Again, don't waste time to simplify that, okay? Because you're going to need r squared. Okay, so now you got center, you got radius. So your equation would be x plus 3 squared plus y plus 1 squared equal to 40, right? So you got x minus h, y minus k, and then you have the r squared. Okay, let's go to number 12. Okay, number 12, the center is at 1, -3, and the circle passes through the point at -3, 5. Okay. So first point is a 1, -3. So 1, -3. So this is your center at 1, -3. And it passes through the -3, 5, -3, so this is a point P at -3, 5. So you're going to have a big circle like going something like this. Okay. So again, to find the equation of the circle, you need to have two things. You need to have the center, which you have, and you need to have a radius, which you don't have. So to find the radius would be just the distance, right? So you can apply your definition of the distance. So radius would be the distance, would be equal to square root of, okay, y2 minus y1 square, so it would be 1 minus -3 square. Then you have -3 minus 5 square. So radius will be equal to square root of 16 plus, this will give you -8 square, will give you 64. So r equal to square root of 80. Okay. Again, don't waste time to simplify because this is not your final answer. So now you got center, you got radius, you can write your equation. So you got x minus 1 square plus y minus -3 becomes plus 3 square equal to r squared. So r squared will equal to 80. Okay, and that's it for number 12. Okay, let's go to number 14. The circle is tangent to x-axis, and then the center is at -3, -4. Okay. Okay, so let's go and work it out. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's your center at -3, -4, and its tangent is tangent to the x-axis. So here's the x-axis. So tangent to that is going to be right over here. So again, when you sketch it out, you can see it very easily that here's your radius. So radius is equal to, it's going to equal to 4, right? Just look at from this. So you got center, you got radius. Then you can go and write your equation. So it'd be x minus -3 becomes plus 3 square plus, okay, y minus negative 4, so it becomes plus 4 squared, equal to radius r squared, so it will be equal to 16. Okay, so you can sketch out. Sometimes the answer is very obvious. Okay, let's go to 16. The circle is tangent, so you have the line. You got 5x minus 12y equal to 24. And the center is at 5, negative 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and sketch these things out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this line first. So if you did x equal to 0, then y will equal to negative 2. If you did y equal to 0, then x will equal to 24 over 5. Okay, so that's going to plot that point. So 0, negative 2. So here's 0, negative 2, and you got, so this is about 5.8. Okay, so it's right over here, 5.8. Okay, and then, okay, so that is the line, and then your center is a 5, negative 5. So center is at 5, negative 5. Okay, so your circle looks like something like this. Okay. So that's your 5x minus 12y. I'm going to put in the general form, minus 24 equal to 0. Okay. Okay, again, to find the equation of the circle, you need to have a center, which you have. Then you need to find a radius. Okay, so the radius is this right over here. So the radius is the distance from the point to the line, right? So you're going to apply the equation, the formula for point to a line. So the radius is going to be equal to 5 times, so here, again, here's your equation. Right? So 5 times parentheses minus 12 times parentheses minus 24. Right? So you have to use a general form. Minus 24 over negative square root of 5 square plus 12 square. And the point that you're going to put in here is this point over here, because you're looking for this distance, point to a line. So you have to put 5, negative 5 in here. Okay, so radius equal to 25. Plus 60 minus 24 over negative, and if you work this out, you're going to be 13. Okay, so you can. This is a 5, 12, 13 spatial triangle. So radius is going to be equal to 6. So because this is below, that's why it's negative. Okay, so it'd be negative 61 over 13. Okay, then what you need to do is that you can apply your equations now, right? So your equation would be x minus 5 squared plus y plus 5 squared equal to 61 over 13 squared. And if you work this out, get your calculator. Okay, you get 3721 over 169. Okay. So again, you got to know your center radius form, and you need to know how to find the distance between a point and the line. So a lot of little things that you need to know. Okay, let's go to 18. Okay, number 18, you want to reduce to center radius form and draw the circle. Okay, so you got x squared plus y squared plus 4x plus 12y plus 36 equal to 0. So first you want to do is go ahead and get rid of this number, so minus 36. And you want to group your x and the y and leave a blank space, okay? And you got y squared plus 12y equal to negative 36. Then after that, you go ahead and make into a perfect square. So from here, you're going to get, so from this you can get that, from this you get that, right? This is always half, right? So from this you get that, from this you get that, and once you get this number, you multiply 2 squared, it give you plus 4. Now because you plus 4 over here, you need to plus 4 over here, okay? And you're going to do the same thing over here. From this you get y, from this you're going to get plus 6. Again, this would be half of that. Once you get these, you can get that, so plus 36, so plus 36. Okay, because again, whatever you put on this side, you have to put on this side. That's what equal means. So this cancels out, so this will end up equal to 4. And that's it. That's your answer. Okay, so that's your answer right over here. Okay, let's go to number 18, number 20. So you got x squared plus y squared minus 10x minus plus 4y minus 7 equal to 0. So first get rid of the numbers, so plus 7, and group your variables. So you got x squared minus 10x, leave a space, and you got y squared plus 4y, leave a space, equal to 7. Then you get your perfect squares. So get your template ready. So from this you get x, from this you get minus 5, from this, right, you're going to square, you get plus 25. So once you plus 25, you have to do plus 25 over here. So I'm going to color code for you, okay? Okay, and then after that, you do the same thing over here for the y. So from here you get y, from this you get plus 2. Once you get plus 2, you need to get plus 4, right? 2 squared give you 4, so you put a 4 over here. And so from here you work this out, you get 36. Okay. Now from here, the poem asks you to draw the circle, so you can do that on your own. Okay, so here's your center. The center would be -2, -6, and radius equal to 2. So you can go and draw that. This one, the center, is going to be at 5, -2, and the radius equal to 6. So these are information you can use to go and graph your circle. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. You can do it on your own. Okay, let's go to number 22. You got x squared plus y squared minus 10x minus 24y plus 25 equal to 0. Okay, so again, first let's get rid of the 25 number and group your variables. So you got x squared minus 10x. You got y squared minus 24y equal to -25. Then after that, go ahead and get your perfect squares. Okay, so you can get your template ready. Now from here, from the x squared you get x. From this you get -5. From this, you're going to get plus 25. So you have to do plus 25. Right? As soon as you do that, you need to do that to even it out. That's what equal means, right? Okay, so from here you get y. From here you get -12. So -12 squared will give you plus 144. So you need to plus 144. And so you end up with 144. Okay, and that is your equation for the circle. And so from here, the center is going to be at 5, 12, and a radius equal to 12. Right? And from there, you can go and sketch out your circle. Okay, let's go to 24. Okay, 24, you got x squared plus y squared minus 3x minus 4y equal to 0. So you can group your variables. And get your perfect square, get your template ready. So from here, you're going to get x. From this, you're going to get minus 3 over 2. So you square that, you get plus 9 over 4. Since you plus 9 over 4, you need to plus 9 over 4 here. This one here, you're going to get y minus 2. So you need to get plus 4, plus 4. So when you work it out, okay, you can use your calculator to add this together. You end up with 25 over 4. And then your center is going to be at 3 over 2, 2, and your radius will equal to 5 over 2. And then you can go and graph your circle based on that. Okay, let's go to number 26. You got 3x squared plus 3y squared minus 6x plus 5y equal to 0. Now for the circle, you want to get rid of the 3. So go and divide everything by 3 to get rid of that number 3 in the front. So divide everything by 3. So you get x squared plus y squared minus 2x plus 5 over 3y equal to 0. Then you go and group your variable. Okay, then get your perfect square, get your template ready. Okay, so from this you get x, from this you get minus 1. So negative 1 squared you get plus 1, so you need to plus 1 on here. Over here you get y. Now over here this is going to be half, so times it by 1 over 2, you will get negative 5 over 6. Right? So you can either divide by 2 or multiply by 1/2. Since you already have fraction, it's easier to multiply by 1/2. You square that, so you need to plus 25 over 36. Okay. And this will give you, use your calculator, you get 61 over 36. So your center is going to be at 1, 5 over 6, and your radius will be square root of 61 over 6. Now when you're going to graph, right, you can get your calculator to figure out your, you can use your calculator to figure out your radius, okay? Okay, let's go to 28. You want to see if it's a circle, a point, or no graph. So you have this equation, x squared plus y squared minus 6x plus 2y plus 10 equal to 0. So you're just going to do the same thing. You need to go and complete a square. So minus 10 on both sides. So if you have a radius, then you're going to get a circle. If you have radius equal to 0, you get a dot. If you have r squared equal to negative number, then will be no graph. Okay. So go ahead and get your variables together. Okay, then get your perfect square. So from this I get x, from this I get minus 3. So negative 3 squared, I get plus 9. Once I get plus 9, I need to plus 9 on this side. Whatever you add on this side, you got to do the same. That's what equal means. Over here, you get y plus 1. So essentially, you get plus 1. So 1 squared will give you plus 1. So in this case, you get 0. Okay? So r squared equal to 0, that means r equal to 0. When you have r equal to 0, you get a dot. So from this, the graph you're going to get is a point. Okay, let's go to number 30. You have x squared plus y squared plus 10y equal to 0. Okay, so this is already kind of grouped nicely already. So there's no x, so you don't have to group them. So get your perfect square. The x is already done. So all you have to do is y. So you get y plus 5, and so this will give you plus 25. You plus 25 over here, you need to plus 25 over here, and so this will equal to 25. So this one you get a circle. Okay. So this one you get a circle. The center would be at 0, -5, and so you don't have to do this, but I'm just write down the information. Okay. So this one is going to be a circle. So again, when you have a positive number over here, you're going to get a circle. When you have equal to 0, that means r equal to 0, you get a dot or point. When r squared is negative, you get no graph. Okay, number 32, you have x squared plus y squared plus ax plus 15 equal to 0. Okay, so again, minus 15, get rid of the number and group your variables. Make sure you leave a space over here. And this one, there's no y. There's no y variable, so it means you don't have to do y. Okay. So double check. Okay, then get your template ready. So from the x squared, I get x. From ax, I get plus 4. So the blank space would be plus 16. So I need to plus 16. So I would get 1. So in this case, again, it's circle. Okay, and the center is going to be a -4, 0, and the radius equal to 1. Okay, so those are additional information. Okay, let's go to 34. You have x squared plus y squared plus 7x plus 5y plus 16 equal to 0. So minus 16 to get rid of that number and group your variable. I need a space over here. Y squared plus 5y, and then get your perfect square. Okay, so from here I get this. From this I get plus 7 over 2. Then when I square that, I need plus 49 over 4. So I need to get 49 over 4. So again, whatever you add, you need to add on this side to get right. You need to do it right away so you don't forget. And over here get 5 over 2. So I need to get plus 25 over 4. Okay, and then from here you can get your calculator. You can go and add, so 16 negative plus 49 over 4 plus 25 over 4 equal. And so you got 2.5, and if you do that, it's 5 over 2. Okay. So again, this is going to be a circle, and so center would be at -7 over 2, -5 over 2, and the radius, you can just take the square of that, so it'd be just square root of 5 over 2. Okay. And you can simplify that if you want to draw a circle. This is just additional information. If you simplify that, you get square root of 10 over 2. Okay, number 36. You have x squared plus 1/2 x plus y squared plus 1/3 y plus 13 over 144 equal to 0. So first, minus 13 over 144 on both sides. Then you group your variables. Okay, and after that, get your perfect square. Okay, so you're going to start to fill in the blanks. So from x squared, I get x. From minus 1/2, remember this is always half of that. So this will become 1 over 4. You just times it by 1/2. Then you have to square that. You get plus 1 over 16. So plus 1 over 16. From here, I get y. From here, I get 1 over 6. Right? Again, times by 1/2. And you square that, you get 1 over 36. So you need to plus 1 over 36. So on your calculator, you get 13 over 144 negative plus 1 over 16 plus 1 over 36 equal, you get 0. Okay? So since the radius r squared equal to 0, so that means you get a point. You're going to get a dot.